See, now that is music. Welcome to Rebel Republic. You're either with us or you're against us. I'm your host, the best podcast host in the universe, and radio host Steve Cully. To my left is the voice of reason, Frank Cristiano.
I'm the best sidekick in the podcast universe.
And facing me is the coach himself. He's greatness personified. Coach Schumann. Coach. So I wanted to start the show off by asking, I heard this and I don't know if it's really true or not, or if I heard it properly. I was in the car. My father listens to the Fox News stuff. And it was alleged that in 2023, Biden was being evaluated and his mental acuity was severely deficient.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he was evaluated. I heard it on the news.
That's a lie.
They were talking about.
He's sharp as a tack.
I know. That's what I thought too.
Joe Scarborough told us all to go fuck ourselves.
If
we questioned that Joe Biden was healthy or not.
Please don't drop F bombs because I have to clean that up.
Oh, well, clean it up. Listen, you got time on your hands.
All right, well, I don't. But so they said that they knew in 20. What are you laughing at? Why are you laughing? What is funny?
Nothing.
I'm asking a question. They said that his mental acuity, he was deficient. He had bouts of memory loss.
Jake Tapper says you have no right to. You have no background in mental acuity, or you're not a doctor.
You're talking about me?
Yeah. How can you say this?
I'm relaying the information. I'm not saying it.
Oh, you're just saying what they were saying.
Yes, this is what they were saying on Fox News.
Oh, Fox News.
Yeah,
those are all lies.
Oh, Fox lies. Oh,
Fox is.
I should be listening to MSNBC.
Fox is a right wing.
They
fascist.
They're Nazis. They're
Nazis.
Okay,
you can't listen to them.
All right. Well, that's my.
Yeah,
so Biden was attack and everything was fine. So that I thought it was a true story.
Oh no.
So he was fine.
You saw him.
He was at his best.
He's on his game right now.
Okay.
I feel bad. I mean, the guy he has come down with cancer.
Well, that's alleged.
That they just diagnosed now.
I think that's
a cancer that usually metastasizes over a period of 3 years or 4 years.
It's alleged. I think it's alleged.
Alleged? No, he has it.
You think it's confirmed that he has it?
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh.
Yeah, without a doubt, he's got it. He's had it for probably 3 or 4 years, and they concealed it.
Oh, it's advanced.
And
wow.
That's
MSNBC.
It's in the bones. It's in the bones.
MSNBC wouldn't lie. MSNBC wouldn't lie.
They wouldn't lie either.
MSLSD?
No. You said MSNBC. They tell the truth.
No,
Fox lies.
Yeah, Fox lies. But the MSNBC, they tell the truth over there. Yeah.
Host Joe Scarborough stopped them to clarify. So this is not speculation. If you have prostate cancer that has spread to the bone, then most certainly you're saying he had it when he was president of the United
I guess
States.
It could happen. I mean.
That right there is absolutely terrifying.
Of course he had it. And the doctors missed it. They
No, they didn't miss it. They knew. They let it go. They let it go.
They told the doctor that did Biden's thing said he was fine every year. He's fine.
It's HIPAA laws. They probably couldn't say it.
HIPAA laws?
Yeah, it's HIPAA. You can't say, oh, he's here. The king is here. He's here. Tyler's here.
Who's here? Biden?
Micro penis.
Is that Joe Biden?
No, it's Tyler.
Oh.
He's just got to let micro penis on. Oh. There he is. Oh, he's cute. And there he is.
Steve.
Yeah, hi, Tyler.
Hey, Steve. The audacity you have to say that. Steve. No, Steve.
Well, yeah.
No, Steve, stop it. Keep in mind 2 things. 1, you have seen my parade of significant others. Number 1.
That's very true. I have.
Number 2. I have showered with you for years of my life. I don't love this, but it's just something I deal with.
Well, I got a penis
And
penile
you
in
having the
extension.
audacity
I got an
to
extension.
say that, dude.
Well, you know what? Tyler's absolutely right. Tyler has gotten the most beautiful women I've ever seen. I don't know how, but it's mind-boggling. The first time I ever noticed him was his freshman camp. We had a scrimmage, and after the scrimmage, his girlfriend came, who looked like she was cut out of a magazine, and she came to see Tyler, and they were kissing, and I was like, "What's going on here?"
Couldn't believe it.
I've never seen anything like it. And I tell everyone to this day, like, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
It gives you no credit, Tyler.
So
Like
I
I'm
give you
not
credit.
done. Thanks, Steve.
I do give you credit. I give you credit. You always get hot women and lay pipe. You just may have STDs, but other than that, you're great.
I've seen guys, Steve. You've hung around with some hot guys before.
Steve, you just went like 5 different directions. They're all very presumptuous right there.
No, let me ask you,
Very
Tyler.
presumptuous.
No, Tyler, listen. I know.
Hey, by the way, how you doing?
I know
I'm
you're
doing
great in
great. I'm
bed,
doing great.
and you get hot girls. We know this. We know this.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask you this because it came out about Mr. Joe Biden. Allegedly, he's been diagnosed. He has prostate cancer. Dave's yawning already. Great.
You mean metastasized?
Yes.
Metastasized?
Did he have it when he was
cancer was it again?
president? Did he have it when he was as president?
100%. What kind of cancer was it again?
Prostate.
Okay, so he had, right now they've announced he has metastasized prostate cancer.
Yes.
That's
in his bones.
Exactly. And you're telling me with the kind of medical care the president gets, they have a inkling of this?
Well, I said it was probably
Tyler.
It was HIPAA.
Do you expect Dr. Kevorkian? Do you expect Dr. Kevorkian to make a correct assessment on Joe Biden's health?
All right, Frank, relax. But here's the thing: it's just par for the course with what we've seen from the higher ups on the left. It just is. They've been dishonest about everything. This is happening with Biden. This whole never Trump, like, forget everything, after everything on the right. It just propelled them to put all of the resources behind propping up a establishment Democrat that's historically been awful about policy, human rights, and race relations.
Really? He has?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He has like ties to the Klan and everything, and things along those lines.
Wow.
He like champions. I think he was like pro several different segregationist policies years ago. Like
Then why?
these are all documented facts. He got caught lying like
Holy
8 times
Joe
during his
Biden
presidential campaign.
Joe Biden used the word, the N-word,
by the
right in Congress.
Forever. Sorry,
Joe
Frank.
Biden.
He
Joe
dropped the
Biden. He
N-bomb
dropped
in
the N-word in Congress when he was a senator. Absolutely.
On purpose?
Yeah, because they're talking about busing, integrated busing.
Frank. He was one of the first senators to use the super predators adjective about black youth.
Correct.
Oh my God.
Correct.
Like these are all verifiable facts.
They're documented facts.
He's just been propped up by the media
party.
And the establishment for so long. You want to know why? Because he's willing to do whatever they want. He has not a moral fiber that props up his beliefs in his body.
Dave,
so go over. Do you think he was how sharp of attack was he? I mean, he must have been really on his game the last day of his presidency when he commuted 2,490 people with pardons. Do you think he knew all 2,490 people that he was pardoning?
100%.
2,490?
Exactly.
Do you want to talk about the double standard? Like,
that's ridiculous.
Trump had like one contentious pardoned when he left office in 2020, and they raked him over the
coals. Yes. 2,400
staffers were sliding papers in front of him to auto sign with his auto sign pen. They were sliding whatever. So really, at the end of the presidency, staffers and passerbys were running the country.
So he could have pardoned the Menendez brothers.
That was never put up in front of him. I'm sure he would have.
Dave, what are your thoughts?
He would have pardoned Hitler. It wouldn't matter. Just slide the paper in front of him. And he stamps it.
Dave, I know you're not paying attention, but what is your take on this? Is Biden being racist, dropping N-bombs?
I thought Biden. Dave can pay attention to multiple things. Sorry, Dave.
But Biden, no problem. Biden shifted over the years how he viewed things. He was for he was originally one who said lock him up, and
he was strict on crime.
Yeah, he wanted to lock all the quote unquote animals
he
up.
was like the co-author of the giant crime bill that locked up the majority of black youth on the West Coast. During the late 90s.
Yep.
Mid to late 90s.
Oh, you mean with like those cocaine laws that, like, if you carried not
even the cocaine laws. Like,
weed
was very
laws
involved in federal legislation. And
Holy
I
crap.
believe legislation in California that the 3 strikes law, I think he was a big proponent of that.
That's disgusting. And we let him get away with that.
He tried to change his whole approach,
philosophy to everything.
I don't know if it's philosophy, but his approach. I'll use that.
He played the game. He's a professional politician. Is Joe Biden anything but a professional politician?
So you're basically saying he did whatever he had to do.
No. Even when he wasn't a bumbling, senile, dementia-stricken idiot, he was always, even when he was sharp, he was always just playing the game. Like, he was a professional politician. He was
playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers.
No, he was playing checkers. His game of checkers was get reelected at all costs.
Wow. Then why did he go with Kamala? I mean, if he doesn't like black people.
It's not that he doesn't like black people. Excuse
me. No, let me take this. You mean he's the party of the left, and he can have as a running mate a black woman?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. He would do whatever he had to do to get elected.
No effing ass.
Okay. See, I didn't know this. Now that makes sense. That makes sense to me.
Obviously. Yeah.
I had no idea it was to that extent.
And let's all be serious. And if you want to clip this, you can.
I will.
Kamala Harris is a below average IQ whore.
Below average IQ whore?
Yes. That is what Kamala Harris is. She is
I say 4 or 4.
No, I agree with that. I don't think she's very intelligent. I hope she doesn't have sex, but
I guess anything. Though.
Well, yeah, Dave, you said that Willie Brown guy.
Willie,
Dave kept
baby.
saying Willie Brown. This Willie Brown character.
Willie Brown.
That ain't Willie Brown, bro. She was one of Montel Williams.
Montel Williams.
The 1996 MTV Movie Awards.
Yes, she was. Kidding me. I remember it.
She was there with Montel Williams?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would. Like, she looked good.
No. You can't.
Bro.
It probably smells down there.
Video. Like, look the video up.
I'm going to.
The AI or Trump's deal in Saudi Arabia.
We're going to get to that.
If you look up Kamala Harris, Montel Williams, you will get this video.
Okay.
She looks effing good, dude.
Well, I mean she's young, so I would anticipate people look good when they're young most of the time, unless you're Billy Irwin. But
why are you throwing?
I love Billy Irwin. I love Billy
Why
Irwin.
are you throwing my favorite ginger under the bus?
Because he looked like he was 52 years old when he was 20. That's all.
But he was so sad. Dude,
it's just
Billy Irwin was a savage. Relax.
So, Dave,
you're no prize. You're no Tyler King.
I am far from a Tyler King. So, Dave, what are you saying about Trump? What did he do with Saudi Arabia?
What did Trump do with Saudi Arabia? He got billions in investment. I'm not Saudi Arabia, from UAE.
Yeah. Oh, he did from Saudi Arabia too. He got 600 billion.
Saudi Arabia, yep.
From the prince.
Billions.
That killed Khashoggi?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, Dave, what was the number on the amount of money that Trump got as far as investment in U.S. interests from UAE and
oh, really? He got UAE?
Yeah.
UAE
almost 3 trillion total. Counting Saudi Arabia 600 billion. I think Qatar put in 1.2 trillion.
And the plane.
The plane was a throw-in. $400 million.
Well, I like the plane.
By the way, I love how bent out of shape everyone on the other side is about the plane.
Oh, they're furious.
I digress. So
he got all this done.
Couple things here. Yes, he did.
600 billion. 600 billion from the Saudis.
Yeah.
142 billion arms deal and investments in AI, energy, healthcare, infrastructure. UAE, he got 200 billion upon previously committed 1.4 trillion. Deals include AI, energy, infrastructure.
How do you deal AI? It's AI.
We
provide them with AI.
Scientists
the Saudis and UAE have been pretty advanced in the AI space with medical. I think, yeah.
They're more. Oh, I didn't know that. So they're more advanced than us.
I don't know if they're more advanced than us. I just know that they've developed some things with AI and trying to cure cancer and all that kind of stuff.
Dave, when was all this done? Was this done over a week period? Like he got deals?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
He just took how long was the trip, Dave? Like a several week trip to the Middle East.
And he just cut deals with everyone and
yes, exactly.
Made us allies.
He has an advantage. He's done business in every one of those countries.
Yeah, he's got Trump Towers and everything.
So he has connections. He has a good rapport. He's not walking in cold. They respect him because of the deals. They also respect him in the way he's running the country.
Yes,
because you got to understand the Middle East. If people think we're homophobic in this country,
we are.
Then you should go to into the Arab world and then figure out that angle.
Well, you can't.
So they don't, and so
that's
they
illegal.
And in the Arab world, they also like to keep control of their citizens.
Frank, queers for Palestine.
Right. How'd that go?
They all got thrown off roofs.
You're right. How'd that organization work out?
Someone got thrown off a roof.
Gays in the Arab world, I mean, from beatdowns to get thrown off roofs.
They get thrown off the roof.
Right.
Yeah.
Why don't you do a social experiment? No. Do a social experiment, Steve. I want you to go over to Palestine
and act gay.
And act gay. Right.
Yeah.
Tell some guy selling falafels in the middle of the street there that you'd like to blow him. And then see what happens. Yeah. See what happens.
Just be like, let me touch your penis.
Yeah, let me touch. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Like you do. Like you've done, Steve.
Hi. I'm Steve Cully. I'm Lebanese. I'm gay. And then let's see what happens. So you got to understand
the sociological experience.
Yeah. So they see what he's doing in this country as far as cleaning up the mess.
Yes. He's draining the swamp.
As far as setting some rules, setting some boundaries, protecting the country, protecting the borders. They see that, and that's a sign of respect.
Right.
That's a show of force, and that's what that part of the world understands: force and respect.
Yes, that's what they're about,
and that's basically what Trump has been doing. And so he's walking in there. You saw what they did. They had a air escort, a fighter jet escort into Saudi Arabia. They pulled out the cavalry, white horses, the Saudis' private guard,
like the king was showing,
escorted Trump all the way to the palace. I mean, UAE did the same thing. They had their horse guards and color guards and their private detailed security out there, all in line, and everyone greeting Trump. They love him. They played the national anthem of the United States
in another country in the Middle East.
Yes, but that's a sign of respect.
Yes,
that's where bilateral talks, bilateral trade, bilateral function happens.
What is bilateral?
It means both sides agreeing to do it together.
Yeah.
It means bisexuals. So, bottom line, you're seeing much more communication between the Middle East now and the United States. And what does this do for our security? This helps it immensely.
Huge.
If we need to find out something, if we need to plant someone in there, we're going to be able to get some assistance from these countries. How far of assistance, I always question, because I don't trust the Arab world. Bottom line,
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah,
Frank, that leads into what I was going to say. Like, with all the things you just brought up, which are all extremely positive, we're still turning a blind eye to the fact that Saudis and UAE, I believe UAE more so, is a major sponsor of the Hamas.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. All the Arab countries are throwing money to Hamas. All the Arab countries. Bottom line,
they all give Hamas money.
There's a Muslim world pyramid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the radical
radical. Yes, but here's the thing. I love when they say radical.
That's what I thought.
When they say radical, right? They think that's the only segment that no, there are segments below it that maybe aren't violent, but don't disdain it. They don't disavow it.
Right.
Because at the top of the Muslim pyramid, okay,
they hate everyone.
Is basically death to Israel. That's the top of the pyramid, right? Sharia law and death to Israel.
Oh, that's right. That's Sharia law.
That is the peak. You're always trying to reach at the top of the pyramid, right? The top of the peak. At the peak is death to Israel and all Jews, right? And also Sharia law to be instated throughout the world.
So where do the Lebanese fall into all this?
You're like their servants.
Oh,
basically, you're Arabs, but you're not gonna. They won't throw you off the roof, but you're gonna have to clean their toilets.
Thrown off the roof.
Yeah. So the bottom line, that pyramid right there, that's what's expected. Yeah, get rid of them. But that's where the Arab world. You have to take the Arab world in small doses.
Right.
You can't go jump all in. When you jump all in, you're dead.
Yeah, I agree. Dave, what do you think about all this? The Sharia law and Trump making all these deals in the Middle East. I mean, Biden would go over there. Did he even go over there, or did he just eat ice cream cones?
Like the videos on social media right now.
Well, he would trip and fall, and
no, they're showing like Biden's arrival in Saudi Arabia and Trump's arrival. It's such a contrast.
Oh, do you recall this, Dave?
Yeah. What do you think about it, Dave?
Well, I can speak now. So I look at it like this. First of all, Sharia, if we're talking about Sharia law, which is the most strict,
I keep hearing this. Yeah,
very strict version of Islam. That's where you see the women that are fully covered,
right.
And all that kind of. I think it's how could you be for female rights and
believe in Sharia law?
You start marching on the left for
Dave
taking care of women or
Dave,
equal pay.
Where's Palestine? Where's for Palestine?
Right, exactly. I mean, it's so insane. It's just so
fuck all the way off. Where's for Palestine?
It's such nonsense. The whole. First of all, I think of the younger people, and I hate saying that, but like the younger people don't have a clue.
They can't think for themselves.
Well, the fact that they don't even understand what's going on, and they just aimlessly
support Hamas. Yeah.
So if you saw, I don't know if you saw the speech by the NYU trans student, and he turned in his speech. And
was it a real he, or are you saying
I don't really know, but
okay.
It decided that it would not use the speech that it's turned in to NYU people, and went off the rails. Went about Palestine, and this is my whole thing. It's like these people wouldn't last one day in Palestine. They wouldn't last a day in some of these Sharia law based Arabic countries where Sharia law is like
that's what they live by.
They live by, like, I mean, they would be thrown from buildings. Like it's insanity.
So you're telling me this person gave a speech and just went off the rails and just said what they wanted?
Yes, and so now they're not going to give him, because there's been a lot of backlash in New York City on all of this. They're not going to give him. They're withholding his degree. And so I mean,
oh my God,
these people on the left, it's a fucking disease. Okay, I'm not saying there aren't people on the left that are nice people. And there's a lot of people that are nice people, but the poison that they get spilled and that they're willing to spew without any knowledge is alarming. Like, these are the people that are telling they are the most, they want people to be tolerant of them, and they are the most intolerant people on the face of the earth.
Right.
Like, if you disagree with them, like,
they won't talk to you. You can't be friends.
The only thing they know how to say is orange man bad. That's all they know how to say. Like, that's it.
You're a racist. Yeah.
You're a racist.
Yeah.
Oh, you like Trump, you're a racist. Like,
you're
That's
unbelievable.
They're delusional. They were coddled as kids or allowed to get away with everything. No one ever punched them in the fucking face when they needed it. You know, like, I mean, that stuff's all, like, that world is gone. Like, you can't do that stuff anymore.
Well, you can, but
the world used to have a way of sorting some of that stuff out.
Yes.
You know, and I'm not saying it was always right. You know what I mean? There were times where it sorted it out was wrong. But the fact that, like, this whole concept, this whole colonization concept, the same nonsense that's going on in South Africa, where they're chanting, like, kill the Boers, which is kill the white people, kill the farmer. You know, like, they're taking back the farms and well, I mean, they tried that in Zimbabwe. You know, they then
it worked out really good in Zimbabwe too.
Right. They begged the white farmers to come back and go and please cultivate the farms after they kicked them out of the country. Okay, listen. Apartheid was bad. Slavery was bad. There's been a lot of things throughout history that have been bad, okay? But when they've been corrected and things have been changed, to go so far as to, like, invent things to be angry about is absurd.
Yeah.
If you want to do something, pick your ass up and figure out how to go make some money. Figure out how to get a job. Stop blaming everybody else for everything all the time. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't gonna help you in the long run. That's the way I look at it.
So Dave, I wanted to ask you about this because it was in your state. Acting U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey, Alina Habba, is charging.
Alina Habba?
Yeah, is charging Rep. LaMonica McLeaver for her alleged misconduct towards law enforcement in front of Delaney Hall in New Jersey earlier this month. But she's dismissing the trespassing charge.
Alina Habba, Trump's lawyer? Alina Habba?
Yeah.
She's in Jersey.
She's dismissing the charge against the mayor.
People. Start it again.
Okay, you see, because you don't listen to me.
Okay, because I heard Alina Habba, and I just thought,
I'm familiar with this.
Gorgeous
I
and genius.
I didn't hear it yet, too.
Okay, acting U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey, Alina Habba, is charging Representative LaMonica McLeaver for her alleged misconduct towards law enforcement in front of Delaney Hall in New Jersey earlier this month, but she is dismissing the trespassing charge against Newark Mayor Ras Baraka. Wow, that's a weird name.
Yeah, he's the mayor of Newark. Okay.
Yeah. So LaMonica McLeaver assaulted.
His name is Ross. He's a scumbag.
Yeah, she assaulted, impeded, and interfered with law enforcement in violation of Title 18 United States Code Section 111. Haba said earlier in a shared X statement that conduct cannot be overlooked by the chief federal law enforcement official in the state of New Jersey, and it is my constitutional obligation to ensure that our federal law enforcement is protecting when they are executing their duties. So basically, this is what happened. McLeaver said, earlier this month, I joined my colleagues to inspect the treatment of ICE detainees at Delaney Hall in my district. We were fulfilling our lawful oversight responsibilities as members of Congress have done many times before. Our visit should have been peaceful and short. Instead, the ICE agents created an unnecessary, unsafe confrontation when they chose to arrest Mayor Baraka.
Relax.
Wow. So they were inspecting an ICE facility when all this went down and things apparently got hostile. And she was charged with assault. The charges against me are purely political. They mischaracterize and distort my actions and are meant to criminalize and deter legislative oversight. This administration will never stop me from working for the people in our district and standing up for what is right. I am thankful for the outpouring support I have received, and I look forward to the truth being laid out clearly in court.
Hoorah.
And then the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, she was just gorgeous. She weighed in on the charges, saying, I would too. No one is above the law. So I didn't know if you were familiar with this at all, Dave. That they went to inspect this ICE detention center.
I know,
and they got arrested. They were accosted. Violence broke out.
They don't have a right to inspect the center.
But she says that they do. Who
says that?
It's in her. It's in her district. She's a congresswoman. It's in her district. It
doesn't matter.
Government property, correct?
Right. True.
Remember when?
It sounds like
local or state.
It sounds like ICE was a federal operation, and she's a state representative, correct?
Okay. Yeah. You're right. Yes.
Remember when all those Congress people met at one of those federal buildings, and they were, because Doge was doing the investigating and breaking all down, and like, we have the right to get in. We're Congress people.
Yes,
we have the right to get in. And the guy, the security guard, was on the other side. He's like, no.
Yeah.
They don't have a right.
They're not investigators. They're not.
Well, she wanted to see the conditions that the people were living in.
She didn't have a right to it, though.
No.
Yeah.
So you're telling me as a congresswoman, she has no right to go in there.
She's an average citizen.
Average citizen.
She's an average citizen.
A congresswoman's an average citizen.
Yes, they don't have any special rights.
Because it's a federal building.
They don't have any special rights. Maybe they have the right to protection if they need protection. They have the right to go and vote.
Why did she request it?
No. She's
a state. Why did she request?
She's a state.
Why did she request? Why did she just show up?
You're right.
Why didn't she call in and say, "Hey, we would like to go and ask if we could go and look at the conditions." They probably would have said, "No, you're not going to," which is why they didn't ask. So they figured they forced their way in.
That's crazy that they would do that. So if the ICE people,
this was 2 weeks ago. This whole thing.
Then I would agree the ICE officials were correct in or arresting them and detaining them. I'm just surprised that she's being prosecuted, but the mayor of Newark is not. That's what.
Because Elena Habas decided not to prosecute him.
Yes. She decided
because the mayor took his punishment and got arrested.
I think she made the right decision there.
Oh,
Why agitate the mayor of Newark for no reason?
Yeah, no,
he's a pain in the ass.
I was just shocked to read that the congresswoman is actually being prosecuted for this, and it was that big of a deal.
You know what's going to happen in all this, right? Nothing.
Absolutely.
And
nothing.
why is she wasting taxpayer money?
She's got to look like she's doing her job. And the congresswoman has to look like she's doing her job.
Also, this helps her get reelected. Her name is in the media.
She's a martyr. You're right.
And, here's the thing. She's in the media now. Everyone that's on her. What is that, by the way?
It's Dave being.
We had an undercover guy on the docks where Roz got arrested. It was Billy. Billy, the liquor guy, was undercover and actually busted that whole organization of protesters. He reported everything to Elena Hava.
No, I'm shocked that. But you're saying nothing is going to happen.
Nothing. You tell me, besides Senator Menendez going to jail because he had 6,000 pounds of gold in his freezer, what congressperson has been held accountable for anything?
Anthony Weiner.
Who? He's not a congressperson.
He was.
No, he wasn't a congressperson. He was.
What was Weiner?
He was
governor of New York.
No, he wasn't governor. He was a congressman. He was a New York representative.
A councilman.
Yeah, something state rep.
Oh.
So, you tell me what person has been held accountable for their actions?
Richard Nixon.
Richard Nixon was the president of the United States. Okay, he wasn't a congressperson.
Oh, okay.
But you tell me. Let's say in the last 10 years. What congressperson has been held accountable for their actions, their lies? Yeah, U.S. representative lies. Who was Weiner? Was a U.S. rep?
Yeah. I thought Weiner was
he really?
I
didn't
told
know that.
you Weiner was. He was forced to resign.
Yeah, well, I mean, his actions were he showed his fucking dick everywhere.
Well, he had an amazing cop. I'd be showing it everywhere.
That's a different problem. I'm talking about for legal actions. And all these bullshit accusations, all this yelling back and forth, all these little mishaps. Who's been disbarred?
Nothing. You're right.
Nobody. Who's been thrown out? Nobody. Nothing's going to happen to these people.
Well,
nothing.
Dave and I last week talked about the Chappaquiddick incident with Ted Kennedy.
Yeah.
And going over that was absolutely unbelievable.
Right. Nothing happened.
He got completely cleared from this.
Yes, the bridge killed the woman. Yes.
Well, no, but the inquest showed that she survived for hours underneath,
right?
And he could have been charged. They indicted him for manslaughter, and the DA declined the prosecution.
Of course,
that blows my mind.
Think about it right now. You prosecute a state rep, besides the child porn and showing your penis everywhere. If you prosecute any of these state reps, Congress people, senators, if you prosecute,
what about
set
Chuck?
precedent.
Everyone hates Chuck Schumer.
You set precedent. You
do
don't want to set precedent because then you got to press charges and bring everyone to court.
Oh,
you do.
Okay.
Chuck Schumer doesn't matter. Chuck Schumer just talks.
But people don't like him.
Yeah. So what? People don't like Trump. People don't like Joe Biden. Likability has nothing to do with whether they are right or wrong or whether they're spewing facts or lies.
Or whether they're doing really shady stuff behind the scenes as well.
Right. The financial thing.
If their public face is still favorable, they can usually get away with all that stuff.
Right, but the financial thing is where you can always trace back to who's honest and who's not.
Oh, right, like Bernie Madoff.
No, not
Hunter Biden.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Political guys. AOC bartender to 30 million.
Oh, and Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders, 4 homes, 4 residences.
Yes, Bernie,
right.
Yes.
And he claims poverty all the time. He says we're all wrong.
Yeah.
We're all wrong, and we're wrong. You're wrong in what you're saying. You're wrong.
Yes.
No, we're not. It's right there on paper. It's black and white.
Dave, I thought you liked Bernie Sanders.
No, why would I like?
You never liked him. Okay. No, I thought you liked him.
Socialist.
He's a communist.
Socialist, not communist.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to ask you guys about this because this was a big story that I heard of earlier, and I was amazed by it. The Louisiana State Police captured a 4th escaped inmate in NOLA, the big NOLA prison break, and there are 6 still at large.
Oh yeah, that's right. They went through the toilet.
Shawshank. They went through the back wall of the toilet. Shawshank.
The FBI and law enforcement are on the street. They're searching for the remaining 6. I mean, these are the worst of the worst. Murderers, assaulters, rapists, kidnappers, false imprisonment. I mean, weapons charges, like unbelievable. So I don't know the story. How did they break out?
Somebody carved out a hole behind a wall in a toilet.
Oh, here's the read more.
Yeah.
No, that can't really be.
Yes, that's where they escaped from.
Yeah.
They got
the video of it.
They did the Shawshank.
Yes, they got the video of them. All of them coming out of this hole in the wall, and they were running
they scooped out.
Oh yeah, they got them on camera.
They scooped out like soft filler behind the toilet.
But if it was on camera, wouldn't the COs have responded?
Well, no,
they would have seen.
They're not monitoring the cameras. There's a guy.
Yeah, there's
Steve.
Steve, I hear you, but there's a toilet. There's a camera on every inmate toilet in federal prison.
Right. No. This was on. They actually, you could see like all of them running out of the prison.
Yeah,
they had a camera. They had video.
Not in the actual.
Not in the actual toilet.
What I'm saying is, there's not a camera on every inmate toilet.
Right. It's not like Steve's home. Prison. It's not like Steve's home when you walk in, you try to take a leak, and there's a camera right on you.
Yeah, exactly.
You think that I would put cameras in bathrooms?
Absolutely.
Maybe I put one in Tony.
Steve's on his remote. He's Skyping the camera in the toilet as I walk in. I've seen that.
I mean,
the charges.
If it was me, yes, he would.
Yeah, Tyler, I would for you. The fugitives, like these are bad people. Like
usually bad people are in prison, Steve.
The charges that they've gotten.
That's why they went out. They're probably in for 20 or 30 years. They went out.
The liquor guy.
Yeah, Billy was there too. Billy was one of the secret inmates inside the Louisiana detention facility, and he actually they asked Billy for a miniature pickaxe, like Tim Robbins got in Shawshank Redemption.
Yes, the rock. It was a rock hammer.
Billy got the 2 rock hammers.
They were like, "Do you have a clobby pick and a ball peen hammer?"
Right. So Billy procured the 2 rock hammers and helped them initially with their escape, and then he actually tracked most of them down as they were running out.
A pick and a ball peen hammer.
But he's a little older in the tooth and a little long in the tooth, so it's hard for him to get the last 6-7 guys. You know, they were faster than he was.
They were faster than he was.
Yep.
So
he was known as Slick Bill in prison.
But Slick Billy.
Yeah, but this is
he
what
can get you cigarettes and liquor. in the prison. Hey, who's the cigarette and liquor guy? Is it Morgan Freeman? No, it's not Morgan Freeman. It's Slick Bill.
Slick Billy.
Well, he's going to have a movie made after him, so I wouldn't make fun of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not making fun. We're enjoying the life he lived.
The legacy. We're the legacy. The man, the myth. See, you can't see my T-shirt, but I have a picture of Fletch here on my shirt. The man, the myth, the legacy.
Is that Chevy Chase?
Chevy Chase is Fletch.
Was Fletch a writer?
Fletch was a journalist.
Reporter, yes. He was a reporter.
No, I'm trying to read this.
You didn't watch Fletch?
What's that?
You've never watched Fletch?
No, I've never seen Fletch. No, I'm not a movie guy.
No, he's not a connoisseur of good movies.
No, but they said that there was a civilian guard on duty who took their eyes off the camera.
Billy.
And
it was Billy.
That is how they initially escaped.
That's that's an inside job then.
Well, why? First of all, I've never heard of a civilian.
Oh, it might be
helping out.
Someone. They need extra hours. Maybe they don't have enough COs. They pay a civilian to come in and watch the cameras, and that was probably the inside job. I don't know. It's Louisiana. Who the hell knows? I don't know the rules down there.
I think it was an inside job.
It's gotta be.
Frank.
Well, they stepped away.
Pretty good logic.
Yeah. Okay. So here's how it happened. At 12:23 a.m., detective cell locks and a breached wall behind the toilet. They exited through a supply dock and scaled a wall.
Yeah.
Before fleeing across the interstate. Now this is what doesn't make sense to me. A civilian monitor had reportedly stepped away for food at the time,
just at that time,
and 3 security cameras were inoperable.
Right.
And the police obtained by the news channel 4 in Louisiana shows a hole in the wall with a mocking message written above it.
Yeah. Did it say what the message is? It said too easy.
Too easy.
And it was spelled, Dave, it
LOL.
It was said too easy on the wall. They wrote it in there, too easy to escape. They spelled the 2 T-O.
Yes.
I love it.
Too easy. T-O, easy.
And then they put then they threw in an LOL.
Right.
And did they really throw in an LOL?
Yes. Yes. And they put LOL.
Yeah.
That's amazing that they scaled a wall and a fence. And then they crossed I-10.
And
it's amazing.
And Stevie Wonder went to get a ham sandwich.
Well, this civilian person, why would they put a civilian in charge? They get up to go get food, then all cameras stop working.
So you don't think that's an inside job?
Yes, it's an inside job.
Right. The guy just happens to go. You know what? I've eaten 7 times today, but I'm just feeling a little parched right now. I'm going to get something to eat and drink. I'm going to go to the cafeteria. I'll be right back. And let me pull these 3 wires out of where the cameras currently are.
That was the sign.
Yeah.
And but I mean, scaling walls and running across highways.
Normally there are some walls to the prison, so it's
no, I mean that's amazing that they were able to do that.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Don't they have barbed wire on those things?
Don't know what the prison looks like.
Well, doesn't Marcy Correctional Center have barbed wire?
Yeah, Marcy does. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. How could they have scaled that?
I don't know. Did they release the hound dogs with guys with shotguns and overalls?
Release the gimp.
No, they're sending Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Open the cellar. Get the gimp out.
They're sending Dog the Bounty Hunter.
No, I always think of what's that movie? He gets captured like 6 or 7 times. They bring him back.
Really?
Oh crap! Yeah, it's actually really good. He ends up dying and he's a prisoner. It's what am I talking about? It's Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah, Cool Hand Luke, man. He escapes like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times.
He always gets caught?
Yeah, he always gets caught.
And
the last time he wanted to get caught. He wanted to end it right there.
That's a horrible movie.
Yeah, but they always sent out the hound dogs. They all have these hound dogs. And guys with overalls and Western hats and double barrels. And they're chasing them through the water and the swamps.
And they end up catching them every time.
Every time, yeah.
Those bloodhounds is your prediction then that they will catch these inmates?
I think every person.
Dave, do you think they'll catch them?
I think they'll eventually catch them all. Yeah.
They will. They will.
Think about it.
You're 2 watts in an AO, then forget.
Well, unless someone has them set up with like money and
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Let's say you escape, right?
I'd last 5 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. You're in orange overalls. You have nowhere to go initially. If you don't have a vehicle ready, where you're running through the woods
they ran
or whatever.
Across I-10.
So you're going to go home to home. Everyone's going to recognize you, even if you change your clothing. There's all points bulletin out. There's pictures of it. You're not going to last long, man.
I hide in a pool.
Yeah, you'd be dead. You drowned.
It's a liquor guy.
You'd be like,
Tyler, what's your opinion? Do you think they'll get caught?
Gays for Palestine. You drowned.
If they can
Palestine, baby.
If they can park somewhere for like 8 to 11 days,
yeah,
kind of just wait out for a while.
You think they'll die down?
Come on, Tyler. Dannemora didn't last. They were in the woods.
Frank, listen to me. Then
Tyler's high as fuck right now.
Make a move to get a long range ticket out of whatever port is or town is close by.
A ticket. They got no money. They just came out of prison.
Oh no, they just
got a ticket to ride.
With their rap sheets. I'm sure one of them could be a good pickpocket.
Pickpocket? What are you talking about?
Dude, the rap sheets on these guys are crazy.
Those 3 guys in Dannemora were in isolated woods up north near the Canadian border, and they got found.
Yeah, well, this is New Orleans, so I think Tyler's right. These guys have heavy charges, so they're good criminals.
That doesn't.
The people in Dannemora weren't good criminals.
If you're a murderer, That doesn't make you a good criminal. You just killed someone.
Well, they're good. I think they're good criminals.
You think it's the first time
They got long rap sheets?
No. I'm sure they got rap sheets.
Exactly.
I don't
So
know.
first time they got caught, so they probably have extensive networks.
Yeah, like I think they could rob someone and then buy train tickets and then leave. That's what Tyler said. He said they'd get train tickets.
Amtrak.
I would do that.
Come on.
Do you have to show an ID to get a train ticket?
Yeah,
No,
I know you have to show an ID. You just buy a ticket.
Okay.
You don't though.
Okay. So Dave, it doesn't matter. I know you're not paying attention. It's fine.
I am paying attention.
I would have to put my name in when I bought the ticket, but I could, without showing an ID, I could buy a ticket.
Oh, you could.
Boston to Miami, no problem.
Tyler, I have to go to Chris Hill's wedding this weekend. Would you want to come be my date?
God, where is it?
You want to be my +1?
Where is it?
New Haven. Well, that's where they live.
What day? Sunday?
It's Saturday. Saturday.
Second sign of gays for Palestine.
Actually, here they are.
No, I'll do that.
Would you be my +1?
Yes, I would. For Chris Hill's wedding, I'll do that.
Yes, Tyler will be
and
my
I'll look
+1.
good. And I'll look good.
And you'll dance with me?
No, dance.
Wow,
man.
he didn't respond to that one.
No, Steve, you really think I'm not gonna dance with like every available chick there?
You think there's going to be available chicks there? It's Chris Hill. Come on.
Yeah, so there might be a couple like stragglers there.
There's going to be you, myself, Uwe, and Titus will be the single people.
Two of the inmates that escaped from Louisiana.
That's how they're going to blend in.
They took a train.
Steve, I'm not doing anything on Saturday, so yes, I'll do that.
All right, that's awesome. That's awesome.
No,
I have a date. I don't have to go alone. I don't have to go alone.
I will 100% go.
Well, you're getting the fillet, just so you know. That's your dinner of choice.
Get rare. I want rare.
Yes, I like it mighty rare myself.
Hey, the bill got passed. The Trump's big beautiful bill got passed from the Appropriations Committee.
Reparations?
No, not reparations. Appropriation.
What's the difference?
They are there to actually look at the entire bill and see budget wise if it fits and if it kind of and there's going to be some more tinkering to it right now, but you've got to know that bill getting through there is a very good sign that it'll pass through the House onto the Senate and then be approved by the Senate. This thing will happen probably, it might be before Memorial Day.
So what does that mean?
That means that you're going to see no tax on tips.
Oh,
you're going to see no tax on overtime. You're going to see what was the other big provision? I can't remember. I'm missing one off the top of my head off of that. You'll also see his tax plan. You'll see cuts in certain areas. You'll see more spending in certain areas. You see a higher spending in military, higher spending for national border security.
And they're cutting the Board of Education, right?
That's a separate issue. I don't think that has anything to do with the budget.
Yeah. But they're still going to get rid of the Department of Education.
Most likely that may happen.
Yeah, it's a waste.
But there's and again, there are arguments for and against this bill. No, there are for and against this bill because this bill will reduce certain things, but over the long term, I don't know what it does for the national debt. But my thing is, I don't know what any bill does for the national debt.
Yeah,
we spend more. We spend more every year.
Money. That's all
we spend more every year, and all that means is we have to bring in more revenue. How do you bring in more revenue?
You got to raise prices,
higher sales, or higher taxes. That's it.
Yeah. Yep. Dave.
Yes.
So Wednesday, when we do our show, have you decided what case that you would like to cover?
Could you do OJ?
I thought we were doing.
We could do OJ, but we've
talked. We were talking about the Black Dolly.
No! You wanted to do George Zimmerman, I thought.
No, you wanted to do George Zimmerman.
How about Ray Cruz?
Ray Cruz is out.
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
Sure.
Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, that is a good one. Yeah, that's that.
That's a very good idea.
I visited Aaron Hernandez in prison, just so you guys know.
Jesus Christ! What?
I told you this.
He told me. I was shocked.
Your wife told me once. No, you didn't.
I really
what
did.
The fuck, Steve?
During the trial, I was asked to. You think I wanted to?
Who asked you?
The DJ.
Why?
Because he was in Dallas at the time. The trial was going on, and Aaron was having a mental breakdown because the only visitors he had was his mother and Shanae, the fiance, who's nuts. And he was being around women too much, and he was losing it. So DJ asked me, he's like, listen, Aaron's struggling in there. He just needs a guy to go talk some football, some guy stuff. So and
Steve talked to him, and then eventually 2 days later he hung himself.
No, this was the
he did a nice job.
This was the first trial. The first trial.
You settled them right down.
First trial.
So Frank.
No.
That is the all-time joke on this podcast.
Tyler, don't it's not funny, Tyler. That's not funny. That's not funny.
Yes,
it was the first trial I went.
Steve.
I did it the first trial.
It's hilarious.
No, you want to know what's hilarious? I'll tell you what's hilarious. So I try to break the ice. I want to be funny coming in.
Yeah.
When I sit down with
You're a funny guy.
He's miserable. He's having a breakdown. So I think I'm going to come in and make him laugh and break the ice.
Oh my God.
So I sit down. The first thing I say, Aaron, hey, what's up, man? I'm Steve. I'm friends with DJ. So you can be honest with me. Did you do it? And he did not laugh.
That's funny shit, man.
I thought it was hilarious.
It's hilarious.
He did not laugh.
Hilarious.
After 30 minutes of Steve's consoling him, all Aaron did was turn and go, guard! Yeah, get him out!
I'm out of here.
He was not amused.
I need a stool and a rope.
Yes, he was not amused. I thought it was going to make him laugh. It had the opposite effect.
Yeah. I can't imagine.
Listen, I'm a funny guy.
You are to yourself in your own mind. You're hilarious.
I was throwing my best material.
Yeah.
I was like thinking about like.
I just sat down and said, "You can tell me, did you do it?"
Yeah, shut up. I'm thinking about Aaron next to Steve, and like
we're sitting across from each other. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. I was just thinking, dude, I met Aaron several times, and like. Not trying to fuck with that dude.
No, he's a tough. He's a tough G.
He's badass.
Like, I get it. I was scared. I mean, dude, I just tried to break the ice. Do you think that was a bad question to ask to break the ice?
No.
Should I have asked if he was gay?
Yeah.
I was just joking.
That would also be relevant. But hey,
I was just joking. You don't think it's funny? Someone who's on trial for murder, you've never met them. You're going to cheer them up. You sit down. You say, "Hey,
hi, Aaron.
Real thing? Is this a real thing?"
100%.
Hi, Aaron. My name is Steve. I'm with Gays for Palestine. I'd like to suck you off right now. Just want to know if you're okay with it.
No. I'm dead serious, Tyler. You can look it up. This was in 2015. Trial. DJ was in Dallas, or Iowa, one of them. And he couldn't be there. And he asked me to visit. I visited. And I thought I was funny. So I said,
Steve, you're hilarious.
I mean, but do you think I was wrong to do that? Like, really wrong? Like, how else can you open? It's Aaron Hernandez.
Hey.
There's nothing else I could do. What am I going to say to him?
You know, it's almost as funny as when you told Billy the Liquor Guy's goddaughter there that you like Lumpkins.
How this happened?
That was his goddaughter?
That was his goddaughter. Yeah, his technical girl in the room was his goddaughter. He came last week to my place and had lunch. He brought his girl, his woman, and he brought his goddaughter.
His mistress.
Yeah, and I'm talking to him and he's like, I don't know what's wrong with Steve sometimes. Like the Blumpkin thing was way over the edge. I mean, I don't understand. Why does he do that? I go, listen, Steve's missing a programming chip, and he can't help that. That's just from birth.
So he's telling me that I'm missing a programming chip when he's the one snorting cocaine off girls' ass.
But that's normal back in the 90s.
Normal.
That's normal back in the 90s.
Excuse me for not knowing that.
Right.
Wait, who are we talking about here?
It's a true crime series we did for a guy that's local. He's a legend. His name's Billy the Liquor Guy.
Yep.
You'll see it.
He was
No. He was an undercover agent.
Okay.
He brought down the mob.
They're making a movie, Tyler. You'll see me in the movie.
Allegedly.
I'll be the guy on the skidoo going into the river with a full load of cigarettes in the back of my skidoo.
Tyler, if you go to Coach Schumann's YouTube page, all 4 episodes are on there.
Yeah.
Just try watching one.
Please hand over the tapes.
I've seen a few things on my feed,
and you'll kind of get a kick out of it.
Put your hands up, bro. I'll give you a citation.
All right. Well, for a banner,
I envisioned like him in the future with an AI bot. You know?
No.
Pretty sure it's Billy the liquor guy.
So yeah, maybe Aaron Hernandez, OJ. I still want to do DB Cooper or Elvis. I really would like to do Elvis.
No. You gotta do Aaron. Yeah, gotta do Aaron.
Or what about the case where the woman was in the ocean and the actor they thought
that was Robert. Yes, I like that one too. I like that one too.
Duvall? No,
not Natalie. Whatever her name is. Yeah,
Natalie Wood.
Natalie Wood.
That was
and
Robert. That was Robert.
And Christopher Walken was on the boat too.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll do one of them. We'll do one of them. God, did you fart?
No, you want me to?
That's what, Wednesday?
Jesus Christ,
yeah, that's Wednesday. So I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, Wednesday?
No, tomorrow's Tuesday.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, we're safe. Tyler, if you can record tomorrow, let me know. I just have I just have Maria. So
you want to go over the
special on the internet?
Yeah, I want to do fight night.
Dude, I got murdered.
But your reels are awesome. If you look on my Instagram, your reels are kicking ass.
Are they really?
Yes. Every reel that you have has over 200 views, which is ridiculous for a reel. Reels don't get 200 views. And I think there's 2 or 3 that have 300 views.
Okay.
So it's pretty good. And then Dave's got one with like 400 views when he was talking about transgenders in sports and irritated people. So
was I talking shit on that one?
No, the one you were talking shit about Dominic. You were talking about Dominic Reyes. Had a big knockout, and the other one was Patty Pimblett.
Yeah,
dude.
My reception was fucked up.
Yeah, but it was great. I mean, it was great. I mean, people just love you. And I got Bellamy too. Bellamy wants to come back because I'm too conservative, so he's gonna set me straight.
Conservative as far as what?
Yeah. He when we were at the fundraiser, he like pulled Erica aside. Yeah. And he told Erica like he was like not happy with me because of the show. He's like, what happened to Steve?
What? Rebel Republic or what?
Rebel Republic. Yeah. He's like, what happened to Steve? And Erica's like, because I've had Erica on. Erica's like, what do you mean? She's like, the Rebel Republic. He's way over the top. Like, is he like a Trumper? Like what's going on with him? Or is he
like he probably secretly hates me because I'm like very pro Trump?
Well, I didn't know like he was almost gonna stop doing the show because of it. He was really mad.
That's exactly my point on everything. That's exactly my point.
Well, no, but he's offended. He's offended.
You will cut off your nose to spite your face. I don't get it.
No, he takes it personal though.
Why?
Because he's had a rough,
Everyone's had a rough time.
Yeah.
It's just not how he knows me. Because I used to, I'm a registered Democrat. I was very liberal.
What is your see, this is where
when we were talking about DEI, he got very
the left and the right is the left.
He got very offended.
The right are willing to accept
we listen
people who they are. A lot of times the left, they judge the people on the right. Aren't they supposed to be the people that don't judge?
He was very upset about the way we spoke of DEI.
DEI is a policy.
Yeah, that got canceled.
It's a policy program.
I said it was good that it got canceled or something that offended him. You know, that's all. You just got to watch what you say. I didn't know. I didn't know he was. I had no idea. Like, he pulled Erica aside and like was really mad. Like, I didn't know.
You should stand up for yourself, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't. Erica was not. Erica was not supposed to tell me.
Views.
Erica was sworn to secrecy, not to tell me.
You judge other people for their political views, like you.
Yeah, I judge everyone. I judge everyone,
I mean,
but I don't get mad over it.
Here's the other thing, like
I just think you're stupid.
No. I've had friends and significant others that were like on the other side of me politically. You can kind of accept other things and figure that part of it out.
Yeah.
But when they're being intolerant of certain things that you hold pretty close as far as ideology, that's where it gets complicated.
Well, yeah, Dave, I would have stood up for myself, but he told Erica not to tell me, which she did not until like weeks later, because the recording with him was a little off.
Well, I'm saying it doesn't mean you like him any less. Like, that's
I
what
love Chris. I think he's a great guy.
Dave, good point.
Like,
and the left takes everything so
he does
personally. Like,
he did, yes.
The fact that
DEI is very important to him, and he's very upset that
the fact that I'm so like very pro-Trump right now, dude. Like, I'm like taboo to so many people that identify as Democrats, dude. Like, I'm the worst thing ever.
That's but I didn't know that I was offending him. Had I known that I was that over the top offensive.
You're not, though.
I didn't think I was, but
Steve, that's the point.
I understand that now.
You actually are pretty.
No, you're not.
Even.
And because everyone's intimidating you,
I'm not intimidated.
You don't even spew your opinions anymore.
I'm not intimidated. I spew my opinions. I've spewed them all night.
Nah.
I've spewed them all night.
Spew his opinions.
Yeah. He's spewing off his phone.
I've been great. Where did?
Well, you're the moderator. Oh, Frank. Oh, there's nowhere.
He probably went to shit or something. So for 97.9 Unity Radio.
Ernie.
There is no Ernie. I found Ernie.
Rebel Republic.
Did you look him up, Dave? Is there an Ernie?
Yes, I showed you pictures of him.
Show me pictures of him. Anybody can put pictures online.
All right. For Voice of Reason.
Well, we're not on that show though. We're on a different show.
We air right before Unity in the community.
Yeah, we do.
That
Tyler's
happens,
back.
right?
Okay.
Tyler.
We are on a different station.
They air Rebel Republic, a pro-conservative talk show.
Well, Ernie
right before
was smart
Unity in the community.
Ernie was smart to do that because of the ratings. That's why.
Yeah, the ratings are huge.
No ratings.
Yes. That's why he put us on.
By the way, you're welcome.
It's public community radio. There's no ratings.
Right.
Ratings
there are ratings.
This is the ratings. Low.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Dave.
Public access radio.
Tyler, speak the truth, man.
With jazz music.
Radio.
Tyler,
turn up the jazz, guys. How many people are playing jazz in their car right now?
All right. Great job, everyone. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take
play jazz.
Oranges,
play jazz.
Shove them all up your ass.
Play jazz.
And
I'm out. All right. Great